Nissan Qashqai was one of the forerunners in the crossover small SUV segment in the world, quite honestly. Came to South Africa about 10 years ago. And this is the latest generation, launched in South Africa earlier this year, with evolution rather than revolution when it comes to design and styling. But this being the 1.5 Tekna version, in other words the top of the range, you'll see there are a lot of features on this vehicle that do make it stand out. Very, very handsome front end. Of course, it's got the V-shaped Nissan corporate grille, which has become part of the whole Nissan range lately, and very, very neat looking. Nice mag wheels, of course, on the top spec level, which becomes part of the spec on the vehicle, of course. And nice family-sized, compact, as I said, SUV vehicle. Definitely got a lot of space to it, a lot of room to it, and very, very neat, good looks as well. You come round to a very nice sized boot, 430 litres according to the Nissan figures, and about 1500 litres if you do drop the rear seats as well, giving you plenty of space in the vehicle, load space for family use, of course. And it really is a family vehicle, isn't it? Very neat. You pull down the tailgate, you'll see, gives you the name, just very neatly done, very smart all round. This is the 1.5 diesel version, and as I said, in Tekna spec, which I'll show you on the inside in a moment exactly what it gives you in the spec level. I'm going to start off by showing the legend that proves this diesel engine. And it's the diesel engine, the 1.5 litre, that's very common to Renault and Nissan, because of course it is across both of those. And if you have a look, 290 kilometers so far, averaging 5.3 litres per 100 kilometers is absolutely incredible. And on a country run that we're busy with today, I can tell you 4.8 litres for an open road run is unbelievable. But this engine puts out 81 kilowatts, 260 newton meters of torque. So it's certainly got more than enough go to it as well. And that is very, very important. But let's just look at particularly the Tekna spec of the version that we are driving today. What Tekna spec gives you, of course, among many other things, is the very nice infotainment screen with standard navigation, which I can tell you I've tested and is very, very easy to use in practice and to program, etc. Nice and neat, nice and easy, works very simply. You come down to your dual zone climate control, again, nice, useful electronic parking brake. And if you look there, that tells you it does have hill start assist as well. Works very nicely, because maybe my little bugbear, personal, is that the diesel engine is only available with a 6-speed manual gearbox. And we all know, if you live in a big city, do you want a manual car nowadays? Obviously a matter of opinion, a matter of choice, but I've got to say it is one thing that would kind of worry me a little bit in the modern world we're living in. But that is just me, and let's leave it at that. But what you do get again on the Tekna version, besides you can see the luxury effect and the trim and full leather seating with electric adjustment on the driver's seat, all these items on the Tekna version. But over and above that, what you get on the Tekna version is what Nissan have termed Nissan Intelligent Mobility. And that brings a lot of safety features into the vehicle as well, just to add to what you're doing. And Nissan Intelligent Mobility includes, and I'm sure I'm going to leave out some of them, but just to give you a very good idea. Little item over here is your blind spot warning. And it works very well, very simply. This lines up when there's a vehicle in your blind spot area. So you pick it up over there. It's got forward collision warning. It's got active forward braking in an emergency situation. Now, these are all items that really are top of the range, top spec these days. You've also got, very nicely, when I put the vehicle into reverse gear, you've of course got your camera and your overhead as well, which works very well. And you'll see it's even got your rearward warning system, the rearward collision warning system over here, that picks up vehicles approaching from the sides when you are reversing or when you put the vehicle into reverse. Again, a pretty advanced feature on a vehicle generally, and certainly in this vehicle over here. So overall, although these are items that are only on the Tekna version, which also gives you, for example, this beautiful panoramic roof, a feature I think my regular viewers will know I happen to really, really love. You also even get heated front seats on Tekna versions. So certainly gives you a lot, doesn't it? The Qashqai is also available with a 1.2 litre 4-cylinder petrol turbo engine if you don't want the diesel option, and those are available with a CVT automatic gearbox. So that's a question only you can answer. Nissan, of course, do give you a 3-year 90,000 kilometer service plan as standard, and a very comprehensive 5-year 150,000 kilometer warranty on all their vehicles. So we all know Nissan reliability, and they certainly stand behind it. Important to keep in mind. Overall, this version we're driving over here comes in at 445,000 Rand, which, if you take into account the Nissan Intelligent Mobility and the safety spec, 6 airbags, by the way, standard right across the range, but if you take that into account, that is a lot of value for your money. You can get into a 1.2 in basic spec, basic trim for 340,000 Rand. So there is quite a difference. It's up to you. You do get the same body, the same space, the same convenience, etc. of a Qashqai, and all the space and everything that it does give you, without maybe some of the, can I call them, luxuries. I don't like to skimp on safety. I could live with skimping a little bit on luxury. It's a choice only you can make. It's obviously a very crowded market segment, and if I start mentioning competitors, I'm going to leave some out, but we all know there are lots of options in the segment. But the Qashqai, being one of the first, being one of the leaders, certainly always bears checking out. For Motor Matters, I'm Alan R, and I'll see you next time.